This is Jonathan Bentley with Wealth Media Network. We are here today with Dr. Laura Mattia, Principal and a Senior Fee-Only Planner at Atlas Fiduciary Financial. Dr. Mattia is also on the faculty of Texas Tech University, where she teaches financial planning professionals how to conduct financial planning. So Dr. Mattia, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with an uncomfortable fact, if you don't mind. Many financial planners really are just salesmen who are using high pressure tactics to try to convince you to buy what they're selling. How can a consumer know if someone is really qualified to be a financial planner?
Well, unfortunately, not by looking to the regulators. There is no regulation around financial planning. Really, anybody can say that they're a financial planner. If you decide you want to, you could put up your shingle and say you're a financial planner. To top it off, there really is no definition of what financial planning is. There is no universal agreement of what financial planning is. And so it's hard for consumers, for sure.
So there is no regulation. That's kind of hard to believe. I see these designations, CFP, CLU. What is all that if not regulation?
Yes, it is hard to believe because the truth is that the industry is heavily regulated, but it's regulated based upon what somebody does. For example, if I sell insurance, I'm regulated based upon how I can sell insurance. If I sell investment products, I'm regulated on how I sell those. Or if I give financial advice instead of selling products, I'm regulated on that. And the consumer doesn't know, am I getting advice from the person that's working as a fiduciary today? Or am I getting advice from the person that's working as a salesperson today? It gets very, very confusing. The CFP designation is a gold standard designation. There's a lot of different designations out there, but this is the one designation that is truly, truly above the rest. They require us as CFPs to, first of all, take in educational programs. In addition to that, in order to work as a CFP, you do need to have at least 4,000 hours of experience. And so there's a variety of things also the CFP regulates and monitors. They do background checks. They make sure that you disclose any kind of conflict of interest. So they are somewhat governing the CFP and that financial planning designation.
So I know that you have a PhD. Why did you go that far and rather than just stopping with the CFP?
Yes, I mean, there was actually a mission involved in getting that PhD. I really wanted to be able to help change the industry, to move the industry into a space where we really are operating as professionals. You know, financial planning is a really, really important process. People that do financial planning do get a handle on what's going on in their finances. They're able to make better decisions for their family, for their lives, that are consistent with their values. It's a really, really important process. And I've seen it done well, and I've seen it done not well. And when it's not done well, it could even send you in the wrong direction, even have you do things that are not in your best interest. So I really wanted to help influence the industry. And so I've been out there teaching financial professionals, both people that want to become CFPs and even CFPs and other people in the industry, how to conduct financial planning. It's that important.
That's really good. So circling back just briefly to the question of fiduciary, if someone claims the fiduciary standard and has a fee-only designation, how can we be sure they aren't also trying to sell us financial products? What do we want to look for?
I'm so glad you asked that question because it really is so hard. There are a lot of people out there that think they're working as fiduciaries. There's a lot of people that just don't even understand what they don't understand. You know, I have 11 years post-college education in finance and financial planning, and I still sometimes think, oh, I don't know everything. I need to go look something up, or I need to go refer to somebody else that's an expert in an area. But there are a lot of people that don't know what they don't know. They even think they're working as fiduciaries, but the rubber meets the road when you ask them to sign an oath. Ask them to say, I will work as a fiduciary 100% of the time. And at that point, you're going to find out. I mean, there's people with many creative ideas in terms of how they explain they're not going to sign the oath. The problem is that if they don't sign it, they're not working as fiduciaries.
That's a very good way to look at it. So any final thoughts you want to share with us today?
Unfortunately, the onus is on you to do your homework and really find out who can best serve you, who will operate as a fiduciary, always putting your interest ahead of theirs, and make sure that they have the education to even give you the best advice. Because if they don't have the education, they're not going to know.
So, and I think too, from my own experience, you really have to be brave enough to ask those questions. People are often intimidated by the professional planner and are afraid to ask, but I think you're encouraging us to be direct with them and ask those hard questions. Is that
You
correct?
have to ask. And this is a relationship. If you're working with a financial planner, hopefully you're developing an intimate relationship. I mean, you're disclosing some of the most intimate parts of your life. And so if you're not feeling comfortable to ask them these questions, that's already a signal that there might be a problem with that relationship. So yes, you must feel comfortable to ask every question.
Great. So Laura, thanks for joining us for a few minutes today, and we look forward to speaking with you in the future.
Thank you so much. It's great talking to you.
Okay, bye-bye.